Hey everybody!
Hey up, Tash. How are we doing?
Hey up, hey up. Can I just say it's amazing to be back on screen with you again, Joe.
I know,
I've
it
missed
feels
this.
good. It's been a while. It's
It
been
does
since
feel good.
December, Tash, the last time we were live.
4th of December. I
Yeah,
cannot believe that the public have had to wait all that time to
I
have
know.
our beautiful faces back on screen.
I
That is
kept it
just a
to myself.
travesty. Honestly, we'll make sure that that never happens again. So I just want to say hi to everyone. So we were meant to go live tonight at 7. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the live because YouTube wouldn't let us. But we downed tools and we adapted to the situation, did we not, Joe?
We did, because you'll
So we are
notice
bringing you this.
we are now live in the comments instead, chatting along.
We are live
So
in the comments.
come and join us
Technology
in
is
the
an
comments
amazing
on
thing.
the video. Yeah.
We are live in the comments. So chat to us in an hour.
Yeah.
Right, so what we wanted to do, and the reason we're doing this, is we figured we hadn't actually realised how much time had gone past since PopCrown's kind of been out in the public domain. And we figured we should probably explain to everyone what's going on and where we're at. But we've just been so busy. So what I want to do is brief over quickly how this even came about. This has come about from us doing, some of you will remember from watching our podcast before, that we did an episode on the MJ biopic teaser when it first came out at the beginning of November. I think it was around the 6th, something like that. And I don't know what happened, but it was like me drinking a whole crate of Red Bull watching that thing. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep for like a whole 48 hours. I was watching all the reaction videos. I was buzzing. I was just so high energy. And I think I'd voice noted you and was like, let's do tonight. I think we were like really spontaneous. Like, let's do an episode rather than do what we were going to do, because we were doing a lot of sort of checking on the government and a lot of politics and talking points. And it was draining and it was quite heavy topics. Yeah, and it's sort of at that point we you know it was heavy. It was a heavy a podcast to do at times, and I think that sort of came up, and it was like, let's just go rogue tonight. Let's just do something fun. And you were like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So we sort of spontaneously did a live that night, and I think I completely played up to the role of fangirl that night. I got the hat out and everything, dusted that off, and yeah, and we just ad-libbed that, and.
Yeah.
We both came off of that live just smiling. We were both just like, you were just beaming.
Yeah.
And we were like, we just really enjoyed that. That was so much fun. And I think after that, then we sort of started to go, why don't we do something like this more often? Like, we don't have to fight things in a bad way all the time. Let's do something fun. And that's how kind of PopCrown came about. And then we just sort of went back and forwards. And I think I'd sent Joe a voice note, basically saying, you know what, I'd really like to see like all the legal documents about his cases and all of his music and his videos and all the books you can get and everything in one place and somewhere out of the way that fans can just chat without all the trolls jumping in and all this, you know. And then I think like a week later, you came back to me and was like, click this link. And I've opened the link thinking I didn't know what it was going to be. And I've opened the link to just this app, this basic structure of an app. And I remember.
Yeah, it wasn't
Well,
it was just the wireframing of the app.
it was kind of the framework, the basic framework of it. But it was funny because I was going to try and find the initial voice note that I sent you with just me babbling, sort of brain dumping on you what I'd love to see. And I couldn't find that one. But what I did find was my reaction to that first clicking of that link to seeing the first framework of PopCrown. And I think there was like 3 voice notes where I was just saying fuck a lot. I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And I just kept going, Joe, I've got no words. Joe, this is amazing. Joe, I've got no words. What the fuck? What the fuck? I just couldn't, because I remember not knowing what I was clicking on and seeing the basic framework of what you'd done, that you just gone away and built, casually. And I remember being blown away by it and just being so like, I cannot believe. And then I think a few days of us going back and forwards about that, it was kind of like somebody switched a switch.
Yeah.
And it was like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Because it just felt so nice to do something
There was
like that.
community in the original version, if you remember.
No, there wasn't.
It was like a document repository, and I'd bought some other bits and bobs into it. And then it was in between Christmas, or I'm not really sure. Maybe it wasn't even.
It's a blur, Joe. It's a blur. Because I think we've just worked on it solid since that first.
I didn't sleep. Yeah. I non-stop worked on it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I didn't do anything else. That's all I did was working.
I remember, yeah.
This.
And can I just let everyone know, I don't think people really understand what went into it. I think because a couple of people have kind of just sort of messaged me, sort of go, oh, I've seen these things on Facebook where you can just build an app, and I'm like, oh no, no, that's not what it is. And I think because it sort of appeared and people know that you built this on your own. There's no tech team. There's no one else. Joe literally went away and took everything I'd said in this voice note and went away and just built this app based around that idea. So for people to understand, you were working from like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, right through. You were on this for like 20 hours a day, every day.
Yeah, it was insane. And then I think only just this last week, Tash, I've gone AWOL on you that in the past week. I've gone
that you've taken your foot off. Yeah.
I'm like, literally, it's like it's built, it's launched, and I've just slept for a week. Like nothing else would go in.
But I'm glad you did, because you just would not rest. Like you were just not resting at all. You were on it every single day. And every time, I'd wake up in the morning, I'd grab my cup of tea, I'd go into the app, and there'd be something new.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, I was working on this last night and I had this idea. So it's come from initially about putting all the legal documents in one place that were easy to navigate.
Yeah.
That's how it kind of started. And then it became something so much bigger.
Yeah. I think one of the conversations we had was that it's exhausting being in the community, in the fan community, especially on Twitter, where
it was
constantly having pile-ons, and you post something and then the trolls come along and you're constantly battling. And from an outsider looking in, because for people who don't know, I wouldn't particularly say I'm part of the MJ fan community. I've loved his music all my life. I've bought his music.
Well, you weren't part of the fan community. Neither was I pre 2019.
Yeah,
I'd never been part of any fan community.
I don't claim to know everything. I'm learning as a result of the app and everything that's in the app. Like a lot of stuff I never knew. I probably only know a fraction now, but I'm still doing the daily quizzes and all the different things that are in there. I'm still reading documents. So I'm on a journey. I'm on a learning journey. And
that's while you're on that point, Joe, just for people that might not be like and see themselves like an MJ fan as such, because I think when people say MJ fan, they think of like full on go to Asda's, do your shopping in the full kit, like they think, whoa, that the MJ fans are way out there. So just as someone, general public, that's never watched bad documentaries, that's never got into, not interested in any of that stuff, just love his music, grown up on it. That's that, a very surface level knowledge, if you like.
Yeah.
What have you found the biggest kind of shock that you've learned, or the biggest eye opener for you that you've learned in terms of him as an artist? Is there anything that you feel differently about him because you've learned something that you didn't know?
I didn't realise how badly, I'll say the mainstream media, but I think it's the mainstream media and the establishment went after him. I never doubted for one moment that Michael was innocent, ever. I've never watched Leaving Neverland, I never will. I just don't want to give it my energy. I don't invite that kind of energy into my life, and I try and maintain positivity. And
Yeah.
I always saw Michael as this real soulful, lovely young boy that sang the songs from when he was very young. I remember him about 9 years old, when I very first saw Michael, and remind myself, he's still that young boy. Yes, he grew up into a man, but I just couldn't believe it. I can't believe what he's been through. I used to see the headlines in the papers where they'd say things like Wacko Jacko and all the trial stuff, everything that was going on, but I never gave it any airtime. I never paid any attention to it. I never felt because.
And I don't think as well. I think this is why, because I've had so many people sort of go, like, why does it matter to you so much? Why does it matter to you so much? And it's kind of hard to explain, but that's what you've just said there is why it matters so much to me, because I think being like a deeper level of fan, if you like, during those times, I did see how cruel those headlines were. I did kind of notice the trial I was following. I probably noticed more things than the average person would have done at that time. It's a bit like now when there's a celebrity drama going on and I'm not really that interested in that celebrity. I might like their music. I like a lot of music, but I don't tend to follow the artist. And there might be a story in the press and I'm just like, oh, that might be true, it might not, and I get on with my day.
That's how I was over Michael.
Yeah, so I never sit and I think, oh, I wonder how that affects Lady Gaga. I wonder how that affects so and so. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Whereas I did with MJ. Yeah. And I think then, like you say, as I then, obviously I've seen so much footage that wasn't mainstream footage, being a fan. So I've seen the footage of behind the scenes stuff where he breaks down in rehearsals. I've seen him talking, like I've seen probably things that other people haven't. So I think that just builds on that. He's humanized for me. And I think for the most people, he was just like some kind of icon and didn't have feelings and wasn't really human. He was just Michael Jackson. It's kind of, I think society kind of detached humanity from him a little bit. So it's interesting that you've said that you do feel, wow, like there was how was that man still kind after all this stuff happened?
It blows you.
I could never, Joe. I could never.
No.
I could never.
When you start reading some of the stuff and you get into it, it's heartbreaking. And like, why are you putting yourself through this? But then it's almost like it's become addictive now. I've got to.
You got the MJ bug. See, it's a thing.
I don't think I will ever watch any of these programs. I don't think I'll ever get in a pile on Twitter. I don't feel inclined to go. What I'm doing is privately learning. I will never go and fuel a fire, because I just think that jumping on a thread and commenting and arguing on a thread just spreads the hate and spreads the information, and I won't do that. And
that takes us into as to why that community aspect of the app was built.
That's why it was built. So you can come and share your MJ love without the trolls jumping on, because for those of you that are not in the UK watching this, we have something called the Online Safety Bill, that anybody that's providing a community such as PopCrown, essentially what we've built is a social community similar to Facebook, similar to Instagram, similar to TikTok.
Yeah.
Perhaps not as advanced as TikTok in terms of video functions and all of that, but you can certainly jump in the community and you can upload your imagery, you can add videos, you can voice clip.
You've effectively built a Michael Jackson fan social media app.
Yeah.
With added stuff.
Yeah. And on every single post and every single comment, you'll see a little flag. And that flag is for you to flag it to the moderating system and to me. And as it grows, it'll be a team of moderators. I'd say 95% of the stuff is moderated by the community by using the flag feature, and you just report for whatever type of abuse that it is. But we also moderate the people doing the reporting as well, so that we stop spam. Like, you can't just not like somebody and don't want them in the community, because if you're just constantly flagging the stuff, you'll be flagged up as a spam reporter.
I remember when we were first talking about the social media aspect of it and putting that in. I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine and saying how lovely it would be, because I'm guilty of being toxic online as well. I think we all are, if we're really honest. Especially in the MJ fan community, because like you say, I was on Twitter a lot for about 2 years, solid 20 hours a day, fighting media and trolls and whatever. And I'm not going to lie, I quite enjoyed it, because you know me, I love a bit of sarcasm online. I love jumping in and just being a bit antagonistic and but it got to a point where I thought, I don't actually care what people think. I genuinely don't care what people's opinion is. I care about accuracy and truth. That was my niggle, was the truth. I don't care what your opinion is, as long as it's based on accurate information. And that was the bit that bothered me, because at the end of the day, I'm 46 years old. I can sit at home and listen to Billie Jean all I like. I don't care what I don't need to go on Twitter and defend it, I don't care. But anyway, my point was that I said to my friend, do you know what, actually, the way the world is going, everyone is falling out because somebody doesn't share the same political opinion, or they have different opinions about things. Back in the day, we could all have different opinions about things and still remain friends.
Yeah.
Somehow down the line, we're not able to do that anymore. We can only be friends with people that think the same as us and agree with us. And I'm not up for that bullshit. I'm not about that thing.
Yeah.
So I base my respect of people based on their character, who they are in everyday life, how they action, how they behave, rather than their opinions. So I'd said, social media now is so toxic. It's so toxic that I go on there and within seconds, even if I'm trying to have a good day, I'm trying to be a better person, I'll go on there within seconds of being on Twitter. I have to come off. I can't even be on there anymore, because it is so spiteful and nasty and it's just constant. And I'd said to my friend, we're trying to build a really nice social space to be in, relaxing, respectful, enjoyable. And he said to me, Tash, that's impossible. Now, I'd just like to say that 3 months in, it's absolutely not impossible. We've been doing it.
Yeah.
And we've had now near on probably 1,200, 1,400
posts.
1,200 posts in that community feed, in that social feed, and not a single one has had to be moderated. Not one.
Not one, no.
Not one. Nothing's been flagged ever. And every night when I go in there, some nights I don't post, some nights I just go in there to read, to catch up.
Yeah.
But every night I will pop in there at some point and just have a little scroll through, even if I don't interact. And every time I just smile. I smile every time, because I see posts, I see people sort of offering advice or support, or somebody will come in and say, had a rubbish day today, but I put on MJ tonight and I'm chilling, and it's like, and then there's a conversation and it's so respectful.
Yeah.
And
Do
there's
you know
no
what
politics.
I love seeing? How there's different levels of different levels. No, I don't want to offend anybody about how I'm describing this, so it's not the right word, different levels, but like you've got fans that have been fans since they were 4 years old and have got all the posters on the bedroom walls, saved every ticket stub, every bloody popcorn tub, everything. And then you've got little old me that bought History album a couple of times because I got it on CD. Then I had to buy it again on MP3, and you know what I mean? And then I've had to buy it again on Spotify. So, like, I don't own any MJ t-shirts or nothing, but then you've got somebody like Angie comes on and she's got her cubbies
Oh,
and
Angie has got MJ's actual Bible.
everything.
Angie's
But
got
it's
everything.
so funny, but amazing to watch as well. She did a 12-part series on the community of this is cubby number 1 of 12. And then you're like, what's in the cubby today? Where she's telling the story behind.
Do you know what I love about that is I know that and we'd spoken about this when we first started with the app. I'd said there's going to come a time our generation lived through MJ being alive and in his peak era. We lived through Michael Jackson mania, and it really was Michael. Like you'll never see anything like this again. You will never see anything like this again. The times changed; it will never happen. But it was like that thought of, oh my God, one day we won't be here.
Yeah.
And the people retelling that story will be people that never lived through it. People that write for the media or people that believe the story of the media, they will repeat the media story, or AI.
Yeah.
And the next generation coming up of MJ fans won't know what was real and what wasn't. They will just assume whatever they're being told is the truth. And it was like the app then became something else. It then became like a vault of fan stories, people that were at the hotel waiting outside, people that were at the concerts, that experienced it, that were there, that saw the way the media are, that attended events that the media reported on the next day, and none of that stuff happened.
Yeah.
They're like, that never happened. We were there. It's like I wanted to preserve that.
Yeah.
That the original people that were there. But what's lovely about the app that actually, and I will say, and I will probably offend people when I say that, I will probably piss off some of the fans, I'm going to say it anyway. There is a thing in the MJ fan community, and everyone knows this is a thing, so I'm not saying anything that not everyone knows, but I'll say it out loud as usual. But there is a portion, not all, most people are amazing, but there are a portion of that fan community that like to gatekeep. They kind of have this ego about them, like, well, I went to Neverland, therefore I'm a better fan than you. I'm a more important fan than you. You've got those characters. You've got those characters in life in general. They're full of their own piss and importance. I said it. And they make new fans, or people that haven't been fans for very long, they make them feel really shit, actually, and they make them feel like they're not their opinion don't matter, their contribution doesn't matter. And one of the things I love about PopCrown, and one of the girls that's actually in our HQ team, in our founding team, we've got the likes of Angie, who was around, who went everywhere during MJ Mania. She's got everything, and she's got so many amazing stories. I love listening to her stories.
Yeah.
And then we've got Rebecca, who didn't even care for MJ's music before 2019. And not only does she's sort of 6 years down the line to where you are now, I suppose.
Yeah.
And she wrote a blog for PopCrown, for the website, a couple of blogs actually. And she was like, oh, I don't know that I should, because I'm not really a proper fan. And I was like, stop that. Your story is important. You became a fan after documentaries that made other fans walk away. Your story is important, and it's important that you share it. And I love actually the way that she wrote that.
Yeah.
And
it's
I wanted
incredible story.
I wanted fans like her to feel part of the community.
Yeah.
I don't like, there's no one more important than someone else. We've all got a common interest, and everyone's experience and everyone's different perspectives and different opinions is important as a whole. And I wanted somewhere where people like Rebecca felt valued, actually, because they definitely don't feel valued in some of the more popular kind of hangouts, if you like. And that's just a fact. And people cannot like that, but that is a fact.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
But
go on.
Can you, Joe, for the people that haven't been inside the app, that don't have membership yet and are in or whatever, to let everyone know, we are running a promotional price now up until movie release. So you've now got two options for membership. You've got a standard option, which will give you everything except the community social feed. And that will cost promotional price $1.99 a month.
$1.99
up until the movie, and then it will go to $3.99 a month. And you've got the gold membership, which gives you everything, including the community feed. And that at the moment is on promotional price for $3.99. Is it $3.99?
Yeah.
Yes, $3.99 a month. That's normally $6.99. Get in there. Get in there now, because that is the membership price you will pay going forward. Like, it's not just going to stop and then you'll go back to big price. If you come in at that price, you are going to keep that price. All existing members, gold paying members that are already in the app and are already paying members, we will you'll automatically, when your membership renews, you'll automatically get that promotional price, because we're not Sky or Virgin Media. We don't just reward new customers. We reward the ones that came in at the start, saw the vision and helped us build it, and we thank those people massively. But Joe, I think you can do a little bit of magic, can't you, for those that haven't seen inside the app, that would like to see inside the app?
Of course.
Let's have a look at it.
Can you see my screen, Tash?
I can.
Brilliant. Okay, so this is the home screen. Once you've logged in, this is what you'll land on, and your profile is here, and you can go in using this icon, and you can go in and edit your profile, add your profile picture. You can manage your subscription and payments from here. You can write your MJ story, so anybody landing on your profile knows what your MJ story is, your favourite memory, video, favourite song, favourite album. It's all stored there, and also your location and city, so that you know where you're connected with fans around the world. So it'll pull that information through, and if you're connected with somebody on the app, it will actually tell you where in the world you're connected. Now, the app does actually translate into 130 languages. You can see that there. So it doesn't matter if you're in China, Taiwan, you could be Vietnam, Russia, wherever you want to be, you can use this translation here, and it'll translate everything. So that's where you manage everything about your profile. And then this is your actual profile. So you can see on here the post that I've actually made. What I've shared. I was very happy about this post here, because I got 14 out of 15 on one of the quizzes.
Wow. Joe, you've been doing your homework.
Yeah, I know, I was very chuffed. But can you see here the little flag? This is how we do the moderating as well. So there's lots of things on here that you can actually flag up. It's quite a long list. I'm not going to click anything and report Angie. Not a single one. No. So you can add a story here. We can add stories. There's 3 different tabs. So there's a For You page where there might be posts on there that you've actually missed on the For You page. The latest tab shows you everything. And then we've got the following page. So anybody that you're following, it's all the same. Along the top, just here, you will see any members that you're not following. I follow absolutely everybody, just so that I've got that connection in the moderating app as well. So I follow everybody that joins the app. In case you've got any problems, you can always get in touch with me. But yeah, you'll see any of the trending videos that we've got. I don't know why I keep going back onto my profile. Sorry. Let me show you this from the home screen. So here's the home screen, and these are all the different tabs. So this tab here, community, is the $3.99 option. This is gold membership. You get absolutely everything on the home screen here. All of these tabs are different features. So if you join as a gold member, you get access to the community, which I was just showing you. So trending videos. Annie AI posts 3 times a day. She will give you, like here, the daily poll. So we get asked a question every morning. It renews. Today's question was, what's the most dramatic MJ stage costume? And you can see people are casting votes. Anybody that goes on. So there were 6 votes cast today, and the dangerous gold bodysuit was the winner. Now, if you don't think that that was the right outfit, shouldn't have been the winner, then you need to get in the app and you need to get voting, basically.
I will say as well, can I just let everyone know that actually when you post in there, every time you post, I mean, there's quizzes and games and stuff as well that you will earn points for, but every time you post, comment, it rewards you with points for contributing to the community in there, for contributing to the feed.
Yeah.
Which then, and you will gain points on your profile. Now, we do have a plan, and people are bearing with us at the moment, but our plan is to have that reward system so that people that are gaining, we'll figure out all the ins and outs of that. Like I say, this is still very early and we're just getting to kind of figure out how it's going to work and stuff in terms of that. But we want to reward those points. So for people that are contributing, the ones that are contributing all the time and they're adding value in there, they're helping people, they're commenting on things, they're interacting, they're playing the games, they're using the app, you will actually be rewarded for using the app. So long term, I mean, that could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Jo has said that she will provide a holiday on her credit card.
Did you dream, Tash? I can't remember agreeing to that.
But do you know what I think we should do? I mean, if people want it, tell us in the comments. If we should do like a video, maybe a shorter video of each section in detail, or a kind of a video just about the actual inside of the app at some point, do a bit of a longer in-depth one.
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to,
unlike other apps, if I just go back into my profile, I don't know if you spotted it when I was there, but down at the bottom here, there's an FAQs and help section. And it actually tells you, unlike a lot of them, how to do different things, like how does the daily quiz work. So there are instructions here on how to create a post, what are the limits for posts. So you can see the quite 63,000 characters of text. It's quite a healthy, you could write a whole blog's worth of information just on one post. So it gives you the information of how to do everything there. So that's the community. Now, I'm obviously on the desktop version, so we have got desktop, tablet and mobile app versions, PWA, which is like just progressive web app. Which basically means whenever I've been in and tinkered with the app, what you'll see across the top of the screen here would be a yellow banner. You'll see that on your mobile app as well, and it'll say update, so that you are constantly receiving the push notifications. If you click on the update button, whenever you see it, it will make sure that you're always being served the very latest version of the app with the new features.
Sorry, Jo, I want to jump in here quick because we had a lot of, I want to just let people know what actually happened with the App Store. That we were initially going to go onto Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
Yes.
And it's a sore subject for Jo because Jo spent about 2 weeks every single day, all day, putting in almost 200,000 lines of code in the way that Apple wanted it put in. It was an absolute headache. It was a lot of hours of work.
Yeah.
I might actually release the voice notes that I got during that time because they are absolute comedy gold. Jo was ready to throw herself and her laptop off of a cliff edge at one point, and it got to the day before launch. It got to Friday the 13th, which should have told us everything, of February. And as we had assumed that we would be able to go onto App Store as a reader app, the same as Spotify and Netflix, where you go to the website to sign up and then you download the app from App Store, and that stops you from having to pay a lot in fees. App Store wouldn't allow us to be a reader app because we had the social media aspect. So what then happened is we had to make a very quick decision at the last minute, right before launch. What do we do? Do we up the membership price to cover the Apple fees? It would then, any update, any bugs that needed fixing, and at that time we still had a lot of bugs to iron out. It would take a week, 2 weeks sometimes for that to be done for Apple. We're then bound by their guidelines. And we just sort of went, do you know what? No, because the only thing we're gaining is advertising, really. So we chose not to go to App Store. That would have grown the business probably quicker for us. But we chose not to do that because we remain in control this way. We are easy. It's easier for members to access us if things go wrong, and we didn't have to up the price. And actually, long term, it would mean that I think something like 30% we would have been sending to Apple, and we just weren't prepared to do that. So that's why you didn't get the App Store release that we thought we were going to get. However, the web app, which is just adding to home screen as an app on your phone, is exactly the same. You're not getting anything different in that format than you would have got from App Store. Nothing different at all. There's no difference. So I think people thought that the App Store app was something different.
No,
it wasn't.
It's a marketing tool. That's it. It's a distribution tool.
Yeah. It actually doesn't affect the user's experience in any way whatsoever, and it keeps the cost down for the members to not have App Store. So it actually affected us by not going on App Store. It didn't affect the members at all. So I just wanted to clear that up because I know there was a lot of confusion and talk around App Store as if App Store was something massive. That was it was actually a benefit to us more than it was to members. It's just easier for members in the sense that they know where to go. They can one click it, job done. But it would have cost more money for the members. And it's why Twitter is £11 if you sign up in the app a month, and it's £8 a month if you sign up on their website. It covers the Apple fees. So yeah, that's why. So I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay, so what you'll see when you're logging on your mobile phone generally is you'll be presented with this home screen anyway. So that's the community. Within the community, you've also got 12 peer support rooms. Now, this came a couple of times as a request. So these are user requests. And they're basically just support rooms because we're acknowledging that sometimes you just need some help with something. So I've created 12 support rooms: mental health, bereavement and grief, burnout, overwhelm. And if I just go on the general support one in the support room, you'll see that I've actually posted in there when I was testing it. So have you got any tips for the best way to cook a chili con carne from scratch? What ingredients would I need? Now, within 10 seconds, Annie AI, who is our chatbot who I've programmed with over 5,000 questions for answering any of your questions about Michael. She knows the answers to over 5,000 questions, but I've also used the AI. Some people don't like it because of the resources that AI uses. Some people just vehemently disagree with AI, but it uses very similar resources to those that Facebook does and TikTok does and the social media apps that you're complaining about. It's pretty much the same. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, if I wanted to know how to use a chili con carne, how to make a chili, within 10 seconds, she had actually responded. And I did actually go away and make this. And I did.
Annie can even cook.
She can cook. But the thing that I never knew that she was actually telling me to do is adding a teaspoon of cocoa powder. So I actually added chunk of dark chocolate into the chili. I never knew this, but it makes such a massive difference.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That said, though, chili and chocolate is a thing.
Fantastic. But anyway, that's the general support. So the reason I did it that way is so that you don't have to, if you're in a crisis, obviously, if I click on this and it should open, look, find a helpline. So I've tried to be as helpful as possible. I don't know if that's shared on the screen, if it opened the other screen for you to see. I'm not sure if it did, but it did on my computer. So you'll see that it opens links to various different things, like in the mental health one. There are some quick tools of, different things that you can do. Find a helpline is there. Mind UK is there. There's a mental health podcast that's hooked up there. If you do a post, any AI will respond to you. So the one thing I didn't want was somebody to be feeling low, writing a post in there, but never getting a response to it. So she will respond to you within 10 seconds with something, some message of support of some kind. And I think the important thing to note is every single song, lyric and thing that I could find on the internet from Michael has been loaded, and that's what Annie has learnt from his words, his Oxford Union speech, his philosophies, everything. That's on the basis of how Annie AI works. So that's what her responses are, very Michael focused, if that makes sense. Everything within the app is very Michael focused. So
I want people to know this isn't a main feature of the app. This is a support.
Yeah.
If you are feeling a certain way and you're in there, or if you are someone that uses the app a lot and you feel more you feel a certain way being in there, you feel safe in there, because we are finding that people are feeling very safe in there. And it may be that you don't talk outside of the app about these things, but it may be something that you feel you can trust inside the app to go and search for some stuff that you might need. It's not there as a main thing, but it is there for people that might need it, because I have definitely come across a lot of people in the fan community that either have dealt with some stuff. They've dealt with some stuff, for sure. I think it's why they kind of resonate with Michael in the first place. So it was just, Joe put that in on the understanding that we may have people in the app that might just need it.
Yeah.
But look, let's not go. We're not going to have too much time tonight to go into everything in here. I do think we should do an episode, though, that really delves into all the aspects of the app. If people want that, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'll just quickly rattle through. So, I mean, this was the community, what you're getting for your $3.99. So you've got the leaderboard as well. I'm going to quickly go down.
The girls are obsessed with this leaderboard, by the way. This had us all in a chokehold for the first month, constantly battling over top spot.
So the view of it on the desktop isn't as grand as what it is on the mobile. It's optimized for mobile, so you can actually see the people in the lead. Can you just see here? Tasha's number 9 on the leaderboard.
Listen, I cannot believe you just put that up.
Look at this. Look here. Me above you on the leaderboard.
Do you know why this is, guys? I'm not having this, right? I'm not having this. So this is right. I was top of that leaderboard at one point, but you see, I was busy outside the app.
You were so busy outside the app, Ash, for about 5 minutes, and then
that's a lie.
And that was that.
That is a lie.
Battled it out, and Joe, and that was it.
And that's what happened, because they got on they were on the quizzes constantly while we were at our busiest at the very beginning. And then it got to a point where I'm looking at this, they've got like 70,000 points at this point, and I'm just like, do you know what? I ain't going to beat them today. But trust me when I say it is in my diary on my list of things to do, right? Is to spend a whole weekend just trouncing the point system. Right. So don't get comfy, Angie and Joe and Becca. Don't get comfy up there. And Beth, I know what you're all up to. Right. I have not gone away. I'm just I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my moment. I will take it.
Yeah. So let me just quickly show you these then. Interactive is where all of the interactive tasks sit, and the explore is where, like, you've got video, vault, discography. I'll quickly click on each of these. So the WWMD program is What Would Michael Do 90-Day Journey. So this is
I love that.
This is a self-development program. And you can see there are 90 days. Mine are locked. I've done 4 days worth. If I click on this, day 4, exit with dignity, de-escalation. These are all everything is
self-improvement kind of thing.
Yeah. So choose courage over conflict. You can be strong without being violent, loud, or petty. I can start day 4, and it just gives you information, and then you choose your moment, what you want to go through, what you want to work on. So if I say I want to prove myself, and then I'll choose that card, it then gives you some tasks to do. A 30-second task of my piece, and then start the practice. So it tells you, you just work through, and there's a timer, so I can start the 90 seconds. I know I've just clicked all of that really quickly. But it's a nice thing to do if you want to work your way through that 90-day self-development program. It's all based on Michael's spiritual and philosophical.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. So that's What Would Michael Do. We've then got Legal Vault, where all of the documents are kept, and we've done it as a timeline, a journey. So start at number 1 and then work your way through the timeline. You can view all of the documents. You can have a look at the Mythbusters. So, there's certain myths there where we've fact-checked certain things. And then there's just, rather than us dismissing things, we're asking you to think about. So, think about it for yourself, ask yourself some logical questions. And then there's a full document archive here.
The Legal Vault in the app, obviously it's MJ fans in the app. So a lot of them won't, some of that aspect of the Legal Vault won't be necessary for the MJ fans, but that explore section is free on our website as well. One of the reasons that we made that free on the website is because we know people probably won't do it, but we wanted media to know that resource is there, and it's easy to use, and it's simple to navigate. If they don't use it, they don't use it because they don't want to.
Yeah.
But it is there. So there'll be no excuses for people saying, the information isn't public. It is, it's right there. Yeah. So there's no excuse for lazy journalism anymore.
Yeah. You can actually search on things here as well. So you can search on names, like, different, just type it in there. It'll think for a little while. So if I did type in a train station, it'll have a think about it.
And then it won't be able to find it because it doesn't exist.
Probably not.
If you know, you know.
So it's found 20 documents that reference the court transcripts, you know, all the different
missing train station.
The train station is there. So there's 20 results for that. But
sorry, I'm just going to put my light on because I've just realised it's got dark.
So that's that. World tour. This is Michael's, all the different tours that he did with all the different locations. So if I've just clicked on History World Tour, it gives you all the locations. If you click on any of these, it will actually take you to the stadiums as well. So it opens up Google Maps or Apple Maps, whichever phone that you're on. The timeline is about Michael's life, with more information. So it takes you from 1958 through to 2025 there with the biopic release. You can also click across the top, which gives it you in the different eras. So that's the timeline, what you can review. Then the quizzes. This is like a community favourite. So you get the daily quiz, daily trivia, daily poll. So if I just show you that, you know, where we vote.
I've done a couple of these, you know, and I've got a couple of questions wrong, and it's really pissed me off.
Yeah. I get them all wrong.
Some of those questions are hot. No, some of those questions when you're put on the spot, it's like, oh, hang on. Having to like, I'm like, oh.
Like today.
So it's made me realise a couple of times, like, oh.
Today's quiz, it says hard mode, so I wouldn't even bother because I wouldn't know the answers.
Well, see, I get cocky. I'm like, oh, hard mode, easy.
Yeah.
It turns out it's not. Yeah, it turns out it's not easy at all.
Yeah. I popped in here, spiritual and mystical. This was just a bit of fun. I love doing my horoscopes and spiritual cards, so I do this every day. Michael's Cosmic Guide. It's inspired. It's just a bit of fun. There is a disclaimer. So I'm a Capricorn. I click on that. I get 5 points for reading my horoscope every day. It will also give you an MJ quote. It says something that he wants you to listen to today, your lucky numbers and different things. There is a disclaimer here that it is just a bit of fun. But I do this every day because I love it. And you can also get readings as well. Yeah, spiritual cards are here, so you can do different, like a daily card, and then it'll show you on screen what the reading is for you. But I'm going to get through that really quickly. So those are the quizzes. You can browse all games. There's different ones here, so like Moonwalk, Mystery, Hangman, Word Search, Word Scramble, the Cryptogram, all different ones, and we're adding new games all the time. To the quizzes and the interactive games as well. We've got the Ultimate MJ Challenge, 150.
Oh, that.
We have this or that on a timer, so 10-second timer for you to choose this or that. We've got a quiz that Rebecca wrote, and like it's 50 questions, this one, quite difficult, but anybody that wants to submit a quiz, you can do that. You can submit quizzes, you can submit blogs. This is your community. You know, I'm not precious. I'm not gatekeeping it. It's yours. If you want to see a feature, let me know. If you want to contribute to it, let me know, and we'll build it in.
Yeah, we've made quite a point of this with fans when they've come in as well. We've sort of said a lot that, you know, we want their contribution. We want your ideas. If there's something you want to see in there, we want you to feel like you're building it too. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's not an ego project for us. It's not a passion project for us. We are building this for you, and we want you to feel like you've contributed to it. So
this is a brand new one. Not many people will have seen this yet, unless you've read my update on the community. You won't have seen this. So you think you know Michael? It's a hard quiz, this one. I'm going to click on it. There's no multiple choice. There's no safety net. You type your answer. You've got three attempts. We will give you a hint, but if you take the hint, then you lose 50% of the points.
Oh.
Yeah, so Tash, what's the answer?
I can't see.
Oh.
I can't read with these glasses on. I've got my other glasses on.
In what year was Thriller released?
1982.
Okay, correct. Next question.
Oh.
How many Grammy Awards did Michael win in a single night in 1984?
8.
Oh, you see, but I'm not going to carry on anymore because...
No, don't, because I'll probably get one that I'll get wrong in a minute and mug myself off.
Yeah, so that's just an insight on the games. We've then got the archives, the Cadman archives, which... because I'm screen sharing, it's not letting me scroll my screen up properly, but it's all newspaper clippings, magazine articles, and it tells you how many items are in each one that you can view, basically. This kind of thing, but I can't screen share it very well. Oh, there we go. So you can see, you can actually zoom in on these inside the app so that you can read the news articles that were written. So that's that, the archives. What else? We've got tourism. I think there's something like 44 different locations in tourism. And you can actually click on each one of these. You can mark it as visited. If you have been to these locations, you can upload your own photos of those locations. If you want to go and visit, you can get directions. You can create trip plans inside here. So there are some already created, like the LA MJ experience. It tells you, helps you to find hotels nearby. None of this is commission related, by the way. Wherever I've provided links, these are just links. We're not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. There's no advertising in this app other than if a fan's created something, like I'll show you down here. We've got fan projects here that we are advertising. We don't take any payment for advertising any fan community projects because we just want fun in this space.
Sorry, that's that's something I wanted to touch on, actually. So we will usually only advertise fan projects of fans that are members. However, and it'll be at our discretion pretty much, but if there is there's obviously the Faking Michael podcast, I think personally is a really important piece of work that it needs to be in there so that fans have access to that resource or know where to go for it. Now the Damien, who actually did that podcast and did 14 years to make that podcast, isn't a member in the app. However, we don't earn from that podcast being in there. I want that to be clear too. That kicks out to his podcast. He knows it's in there. He's happy for it to be in there. But we normally wouldn't put a free advert because we can't be everything to everyone, basically. The only financial contribution that comes into to PopCrown to cover the cost of running this app is the membership. That's it. We don't take sponsorship from anyone or advertising from anyone.
I think that's an important point. We don't take sponsorship, but also your data, any data that you share, it doesn't go anywhere. It's stored in a secure repository. We don't use it for anything at all.
We don't sell it to third parties. We don't.
Exactly. So there's
we don't do any of that.
Targeted advertising or nothing like that. It's just it's used for the reason it's used for, to help.
I know people have said things like, well, Facebook is free and such is free. It's like, yes, but there is also multi-million companies behind them, multi-million dollars worth of investments behind them, big tech companies behind them, and they advertise constantly and they steal your data. So they sell your data and they are making lots of money. Mark Zuckerberg is a multimillionaire for a reason.
Yeah.
We are two people using our own money to, you know, like, and our own time. We don't have paid teams of people. The girls that work in the HQ team all work for free. We work for free. You know, like it's just, you just can't have everything for free. It just, there's costs involved in running something like this and building something like this. And unfortunately, we would love to give it away, but we can't.
Yeah. So yeah,
you know,
that was tourism fan project. So Annie AI, you can click on and ask questions there. And this cracked me up when I first put Annie AI in. Like, I'm sure Tash thought it was just an AI chatbot, and it's not. It's a pre-programmed response chat model. That's how we keep costs low.
I know what you're going to show.
Right. So Tash
I know what you're going to do.
Or she asked, I've just asked if Michael loves me. Something like that. Does he know he's... What was it you said, Tash?
Did Michael Jackson know he was my husband?
Did he know he was my husband? And I said, why are you asking it stupid shit? Like, why would I program that as an answer? I just wouldn't. So anyway.
But that is now an answer.
Is there? I can't... Did Michael?
Yes, because you did it. You did it for me. Did Michael know he was my husband or something? It was something like that. But I said there will be people that go in there and ask him that question.
Right. Unless your wedding featured a guest list that included Liz Taylor and Macaulay Culkin, I need to see the receipts. But I love your dedication. That's past. That's what made MJ fans so special to him. So yeah, I wrote that there for you, Tash, and
yeah, Annie
as well. Yeah,
Annie royally just mugged me off.
Yeah. So you can ask
me and Annie haven't spoken since.
Yeah, like, did MJ love me? I don't know if you'll... I think I might...
She does answer it.
She does, yeah.
She does answer it.
There you go. It's a bit of fun, but there is some serious stuff in there as well, where you can ask her questions. All of the blogs that we write are available in the app. You can contact us directly through the app. There's a discography with his music. It will play you previews of songs, but obviously unless you've got a Spotify subscription, it won't play all of them, but it will certainly play with inside the app.
Or Apple.
So there you go. It will.
Don't do that. You'll get us copyright. You'll get us copyright struck.
One second. It's not long enough. So yeah, you can see it takes you out to Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Photo gallery on there, that will be improved over time. It's like a holding thing. We've got a video vault. This is again one of my favorite features, the video vault. I've enjoyed making this. So if you click on any of the videos, they're all pulling through from YouTube, so we're not getting paid. Whoever the video owner is still gets their YouTube fee, their payment for the view on YouTube. It still counts, but there is some information there, the story about this video. It gives you the information. It was the debut single of the Jackson 5, Motown Records. This information, it will tell you if the information's available, who the director is, the location, just a little bit more than what YouTube would tell you. So I've taken the time to create show notes myself for it, if you like. So that's the video vault. There's quite a lot in there, 66 different videos in there.
I love that video vault.
Yeah. Then there's the biopic page where the trailers are both in here, and just information on the cast and all the stuff on the biopic. In his words, this has had a revamp, Tash. You might not have seen this yet. So this was a request, I think, from Pez. What did Michael say about
it? It was.
He'd like to be able to search on a word that Michael might have said something about, or what did he think about. It'll only bring back answers that can be verified. It won't just randomly give you an answer. It'll bring back verified information. So if I type in the word Neverland or dancing or whatever, it will bring, you know, verified information back about Neverland and tell you different things. So
this is a great way as well to fact check. You know, when people do like, you see like a quote and it'll have Michael Jackson underneath, or a meme, a picture will be put together and it'll have Michael Jackson's name on a quote. And you think, did he or did he not say that?
yeah.
You can then go in there and search that particular quote. And if he said it, it will come up and where he said it. So
Yeah. So in the statement section of this, in his words, these are quotes and statements that are verified that he actually did say them. So on art and music, there's a few quotes: children and innocence quotes, love and humanity. So I have already been and gathered some up and verified them, but it takes time to pull all of this information, verify it, and then bring it into the app.
Yeah, this is the thing. I really want people to understand as well. This is an ongoing thing now, and we will just add to. You know, the fans know that MJ info is it's never ending, and I've been a fan 40 years, and I still learn new things. It's just so much that you're never going to know everything and everything. There's always going to be room to learn something new. So there's so much information already in here, but we will just keep adding to it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot still to go in. And like you say, fans think of something they'd like to see in there, let us know.
Yeah. So the news tab is all the good news about Michael Jackson. So this is a moderated news section. You can see here it's live from Google News. It's showing you 50 articles, and every time you come out of it and go back in, Google will refresh. It's an RSS feed, but it's a moderated feed. And the reason I've moderated it is because I didn't want any negative, untruthful stories to be pulled through. So you don't read negative press in here. The odd one might slip through, but there's keywords, and I'm going to say it like Epstein, that will not bring through any Epstein articles that mention Michael, you know, anything like that. Or it won't bring through a random person in, I don't know, Chicago who's called Michael Jackson and it's his obituary. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people called Michael Jackson.
It did do that at the beginning. We were like,
yeah. So
what the
I've
hell is this?
spent some time moderating it and finding certain keywords of what to bring in and what to exclude. So
yeah,
it will.
The idea obviously being this was a positive fan space, and that meant keeping out just bullshit media articles as well as much as we could.
Yeah.
Literally just when you are I think we'd said, hadn't we, Joe, that like you just leave all your shit at the door,
yeah,
and you put your feet up in the living room, and that's what it's supposed to feel like a one space you can go into and just enjoy it.
Yeah, you can be watching video 1 minute, or you can be reading articles and things the next, but it's all in one place for you. You've not got to go snooping all over the internet.
There's so much more in there, guys. Just
in the book section, just give it a minute to load. But Angie very kindly photographed every single one of her books. She spent a weekend.
She did. She have over like 400 or something.
All of the book covers and sharing information on her books. These are books that she's got in her collection. If you want to go and find these books, you'll get them on Goodreads. They're on Amazon. But you can also, in the book section, you can, if you own this book, if you've read this book, you can also mark it as read. If you've read this, be honest about it as well. I'm expecting people to be honest. So if you own it, you get 5 points. You can mark it as read, you get 10 points. You can leave a rating for our community for this book and submit it. So there you go. And there are some links as well out to Amazon and Goodreads of where you can buy it. Again, we don't get commission paid for any of these things, but I've tried to source every single book I can find about Michael Jackson and pull it through. Some I've got covers.
They also, when you click on them, they go to the original, you know, if they're on Amazon, they'll go to the Amazon link, and that person gets the sale, not us. We don't gain anything from this at all. We are purely a vault of information.
Yeah.
Like everything in one place, showing you where to get stuff.
So, this is the Faking Michael podcast.
I really recommend, if you haven't listened to that, guys, to listen to that. It is fantastic work.
Yeah,
fantastic work.
Humanitarian,
and so is that
MJ podcast. This is actually so on the fan projects. If you look at the humanitarian one, this is actually a YouTube channel. So yeah, I've pulled through all the embed codes of all the videos that he's done there related to Michael, pulled them through, and then we've got the links for Kingvention and MJ Vibe are on there as well.
Right. I want to
stop sharing because it wasn't really a whistle stop, but hopefully you get the gist of everything.
I want to, while you mention MJ Vibe and Kingvention, I want to say something about those guys. I don't want to dwell on this because I don't want it to be a negative thing. But like with all businesses, we've done this before, Joe. We've started businesses. You'll always find that the people you expect to support you don't. Rarely. It always comes from unexpected people. Now I want to say I have I've known Pez, who runs Kingvention, organises and runs Kingvention. I've known Pez since 2019 when I very first went to an event. I didn't know him outside of the event. I knew him to sort of say hello to, and we had a brief chat now and again. And I want to say what an amazing person he is, because I reached out to him as someone that had only really spoken to him briefly here and there, and I reached out to him to ask him for some initial advice regarding some sort of legal bits and pieces to do with, you know, running an MJ kind of business. Thought he'll know. And he has pretty much for the last 2-3 months been at the end of a phone for me constantly whenever I've needed him. And I really want people to know how much goes into MJ projects. As an MJ fan, it's actually harder to run an MJ business for me than it's been to run any other business, because it is personal. It is so personal, and it becomes so important to get things right, and you put so much of yourself into it, and so much of your time and money and investment goes into it in so many ways. And when those things are, and you know, very often the first people to kind of criticize and try to pull those projects down are fans, unfortunately. And when you put so much of yourself and your own resources into something to give that to the fans, I think people, and I'm not saying this just for us, I'm saying this for people like Pez too, because I know that he puts a lot of time and effort, and tens of thousands goes into that event, and you can see it quite clearly. I could see that from the first time I ever went. I love that event. I think it's just brilliantly done. Pez has been the most supportive person out of everyone, and I have supported every MJ fan project. I always share stuff, or I attend things, or I you know, like I push projects, or I try and help out wherever I can. And people within that fan community that I have always supported, given money to, whatever, not one of them has supported us in the way that Pez has. Not one. So I want to say a massive thank you to Pez and to Seb at MJ Vibe. Seb wrote a review for us. I want people to know we did not ask them to write the review. We did not pay them for the review. They had let me know they were going to write one. And my response to that was, here's a link to get into the app. Go into the app, have a good look around, and write an honest review. And the next thing I heard or read was what went on to what went live. We didn't check it before it went live. We weren't given a heads up on what was written. That was written truthfully by Seb and no financial benefit. And I want to say a massive thank you to that, because it wasn't a quick article. It was a really in-depth, proper meaty article. And the time, those two guys, honestly, I don't have words.
Yeah.
I really don't have words. And I really want everyone to just think about the things you don't see in the background. Pez goes above and beyond for no benefit to himself whatsoever. And
I think all the founding team they've all been incredible, all of them. You know,
who has? Sorry,
all the founding team have been amazing.
Oh, amazing. Like the people, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to dwell too much on it, but I want to say that you know, I think I see Pez get a lot of criticism a lot of the time, and actually, I don't know. I know them all the same amount. I know them all, sort of say hello to here and there. I don't know everyone that well because I wasn't part of fan communities, like I say. But the one I see criticised the most is actually the one that I have found to be the most generous and giving and supportive of all of those people. And I will never forget the amount. I mean, we're talking daily help.
Yeah.
He's on the end of a phone for me daily for no financial benefit whatsoever. And it's when people give you their time.
Yeah.
And his knowledge, and it's not been a quick voice note. It's been a back and forth for hours sometimes, helping me with something or giving me advice for something. And it's been an eye-opener. And Seb writing that article, he could have written a 10-second read. He wrote something lovely, and the guys I've seen them defend us, and I want to make a big deal of that, because it's opened my eyes actually to you know, the people that people think are you know, problematic actually are not.
That was the point where I started to unfollow. So following that article and seeing the first criticism, and it didn't make any sense, the comments.
No.
And I was like, oh, right, this person doesn't even know me. They're not even inside the app, and yet they're saying it's all AI, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like...
Well, it's just the way that it's straight away, it's an MJ fan that's pulling this down. It's like,
yeah,
what is wrong with you?
I've just spent 3 months of my life, hardly slept.
Yeah.
And you just, like, literally, you may as well have just...
And Joe...
the head with a hammer.
And Joe, do you know what? You are not part of the fan community. You weren't an MJ fan as such.
No.
You've put your time, your money, and your life effectively into this to build something for that person, and that's your first impression of that of that community.
You know what I did? I unfollowed every single Michael Jackson page because I just thought I don't want any of it. I'd rather be a mere...
There you go.
It's nice.
There you go. And this is what do you know? I'll give everyone a little heads up. I wrote a blog post today. I haven't published it yet, but I wrote a blog today about this very thing. Because the fans will complain that they're seen as this. but that was your first impression of a community where you've put 3 months of your life into building something for them. And that was the first thing you read when that review went out, when the MJ Vibe review went out, and you saw a fan going, oh, well, it's this, it's not that. It's, I wonder if they've got this and how, when you've done something and you can't wait to give that to the people that you've done it for, and that's the first thing you get, you very quickly go, do you know what? Fuck them.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that? Fuck them.
I did.
See, I'm not supposed to say these things out loud, but this is what happens. And here's the thing. Jo has 3 other businesses. She does not need to do this.
Yeah.
She doesn't need it. I think people think we're making millions. We really are not. This is that we won't even be able to pay ourselves a wage from this for years. This was done genuinely out of love and,
do you know what, Tash?
Something, and it's
because you were so excited, and on the YouTube video, I could see how excited all the people were, all the comments we got on the YouTube that we did, and it made me feel good. So my first impression was people commenting on the biopic episode that we did, and that was great feedback.
Yeah.
And I went away and I thought, I'm going to build this thing. I'm going to build it. And it grew arms and legs, right? It's still growing arms and legs. It's got more bloody fingers than Bibi Netanyahu. But you know, it's growing. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, when I saw that comment and then went on their profile, and they'd not just shared it once, the comment, they then shared it to about 10 different Michael Jackson pages that I then thought, you know what? I'm blocking all of these pages because I just don't want it in my life.
Honestly.
But anyway, let's not focus on negative stuff. I stay in the app, I stay in my lane, I put my racehorse blinkers on and I go in. I enjoy posting in the app.
Do you know what though? I don't want to end on that because yes, there's negative comments. However, what I am going to say is this. Most people in the fan community, not all of them are like that. Most of them are not like that. So I want to end on a comment from one of our members, our first paying member that came in.
Okay.
And a message that I got from her. I am absolutely loving it. It's brilliant. A space just filled with Michael. It's perfect. So, you know, for every negative comment, there are positive comments. And I have to look at our HQ team and the paying members we've got in there. I want a massive shout out to Josh at MJJ Remembered, because I've never known someone more enthusiastic than Josh. Massive shout out to Laura, Pop Design, who offered, as a stranger, came to us in inbox and said, I just want to help. I don't want paying. I just want to help. She's a graphic designer. She's helping us at the moment actually sort out some designs for some merch. Keep eyes peeled for that. She's got some great designs. You know, the likes of Pez, Kingvention.
Tash, and I was like, take my money.
Take my money. Oh my God, I love them. I can't wait. I cannot wait to have that hanging in my wardrobe. I swear to God. I said to her, I'd buy that right now. There is some exciting stuff coming. I don't want to be negative. We've had some shitty moments, not going to lie. We've had some shitty moments that have made us question whether or not we even want to do it. But do you know what? We've had some amazing moments doing it, and we have to focus on that. The fans that get it really get it. And I know that Michael had millions of fans. We need to not worry about the 10 people on Facebook that just say knobby shit. just bore off.
You know what?
Like, stay on Twitter. I don't like. We're not for you. We're not building for you.
Reasons, and that's all. That's all I need to know. I'm doing it for all the right reasons, and I'm
exactly
enjoying it. So as long as I'm enjoying it,
I love what you have built. What you have built is incredible. The work, I know the work that's gone into this. I know the time. I know the mental drain. I know the worry, the stress, everything, the love, the hard work, the girls in the team. Some of those girls finish a job and then they are working on this for free through the night till 1, 2 in the morning sometimes. Guys, you've really got a team of people behind this that will pour everything into it. And I really want people to stop kind of seeing a monthly fee and thinking this is some sort of money grab, or it's just, you just couldn't be further from the truth. But things cost money, software costs money, running costs, there's things we have to pay for. And yeah, it's it's been,
can I just say,
a roller coaster. But I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of the team and everyone involved. And a massive thank you to every single person. A TikTok message, a like, a comment, a share. Thank you. It means everything. It does. It means everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. I've forgotten what my menopause brain just kicked in. And help.
Also, bear with us because we're having to have, there's things aren't, not everything's in place yet. We're still slowly getting there, but just keep sharing the stuff. If it's not for you, that's fine, but share us so that your friends get to see us and whatever. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll wheedle out the shitty ones. My blog post will definitely wheedle out the shitty ones. I don't know that I'm gonna publish that yet, guys. Let me know in the comments. It's brutal. It's savagery. I go hard.
Brutal, but it made me laugh.
It is brutal. Put it this way, it is literally, I think I titled it in the end, this is either a genius business move or commerce suicide. I don't know which it is. But guys, let me know if you think I should release the brutal savagery on the very customer base. Why wouldn't that be a smart move? Let me know in the comments. If I get enough yeses, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it for the girls at the back.
Right, shall we end it there then, Tash? Didn't mean
because we've waffled on way too long, look.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Oh, just in time to drop it. Yeah, thank you for all the support, guys. Sorry we waffled. We had a lot to kind of tell you and we just ran over time, but we will speak to you again soon and keep Michaeling.
Yeah. See you again soon. Bye for now.